The earth now has, when it talks about how you came of the earth, you was made of the dust, but unto dust shall thou return.
That's Ecclesiastes too.
Yeah, the Lord gonna make sure you return back to the dust. You know, because why is earth and ashes proud? Proud ass people, man. You know, a bunch of dykes and pedophiles and homos, and, man, proud as hell, exalted, got power. So hell yeah, you gonna get turned to dust, man.
When the Lord comes back, you're not gonna have the freedom just to say anything, man.
Hell no.
I hate people when they just talk about their vain opinion, man. You know, stupid ass opinions, man. All right. The only opinion that's gonna matter is the counsel of the Lord when He comes back.
Yep.
That's the only opinion that's gonna matter. Then you're gonna be utterly turned to powder, man. That's what the missiles gonna do.
So going back,
the lasers. You know, the lasers. That's what it's gonna do to you. Turn you to powder. Go ahead.
and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain, and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awakened, and said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer.
Yeah, so the Lord, he's going to gather his elect. And while that's happening, war's going to be in heaven, man. All right? The fighting of the angels against the dragon. All right? All that's going to be happening at the same time, man. And when the Lord gathers his elect, and the chariot's going to shoot out this atmosphere, that's when the missile's going to destroy America fully, man. All right?
Yeah, like the brother brought out in Jeremiah 16, you know, the men, they're going to be changed. That's when they're going to become those hunters, you know? Because now it's time to subdue the whole planet. You know, Yahweh Shai, he's going to come back and claim his kingdom, man.
You got a question?
You know?
So the men that are changed, I saw a video about Israelites turning into X-Men and getting superpowers.
Yeah.
Is that strictly for the 144,000, or is that the 1/3?
Well, your bodies, when the Lord comes back, when he beams you up, your body's going to have to be changed, because these bodies can't go inside the chariot.
It was actually about before you get beamed up, like say if you in a FEMA camp, about the two guys in white or something, you need something, you just shapeshift or something. Is that strictly just for the elect, or is that?
Yes. The Lord's gonna everybody that's destined to make it. That's of the elect. The Lord's he's gonna use his power,
Including the 1/3 or just the elect?
Yeah.
1/3 got to be protected too.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, man.
Yeah, just the 144,000 is basically the government. The government of Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right? Yeah. Because the government is primarily going to, start, putting people in chains. You know? Like Esau got an army, right?
Yeah.
And he has rank inside his army, same thing as the Lord.
Okay.
The Lord's going to have his ranks, structures within the 144,000.
Captains, generals,
You know?
like that.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna have his administration.
Yeah.
They're gonna administer, the law in the earth. They're gonna be enforcers. They're gonna set everything up. They're gonna put everything together. You know, Esau got his administration. He got his household affairs. You know, he got his different branches of government. Well, Yahweh Shai, he's the one that's gonna head the government of Israel. It tells you in Isaiah the 9th chapter how the government is going to be upon his shoulders. You know? And that's going to be those men, those body of prophets, you know, and apostles. And they're gonna be the ones to lead. You know?
Quick script, Exodus 15:3. The Lord. Yep. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Right?
The Lord is a man of war. That's part of his nature, man. That's that masculine nature. Okay? The Lord always, every time there's a war or a battle fought, the Lord caused it.
Isaiah.
That's the Lord is the one that's setting up World War III, War of Armageddon, the third World War. You know, the Lord wants to see that fight happen.
What it said, I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah.
He's going to bring, that goes into Ezekiel 38. Yeah.
It's Isaiah 45:5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
Self-explanatory right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the Lord creates all these armies. He creates war, creates peace. You know?
Yeah. And if the Lord wants you to be a mighty man in the earth, to have a powerful military, that's exactly what's going to happen. If the Lord is with you to reign on this earth, he's going to put all his, not all, but he's going to put his left hand power behind you, you know, and hold you up over the other nations. You're going to have more power than the other nations. Right now, Esau has the most power. That's why he's in power. You know? The Lord is a man of war. But hey, the Lord's going to turn us into his instruments of war.
And that power is going to be way more power than the white man can even imagine. Well, he imagined in his movies.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he wants to be. You know?
That's why he's trying to make super soldiers right now.
Exactly.
And chipping
the
them.
Chinese, you know, they're trying to make super soldiers. And then you got these European countries that's just trying to follow suit.
Yeah, France.
We want to manufacture super soldiers because everybody else is doing it. You know, but really Esau, he's doing that because he understands that it's going to be a point in time when the sons of the power are going to be changed. They're going to be turned up, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord's going to manifest his right power through his men. You know.
It's Ezekiel 25:12. Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I'll make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword, and I'll lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh.
So it ain't going to even be just our own. It's going to be the Lord's vengeance through us.
Yeah.
You know, so the Lord's gonna force us, man. He's gonna put His Spirit in us and just and turn us into terminators, man.
Righteous
Terminators.
Kind of like the angels. You know how the angels, they follow what the Most High said. You know, they're programmed.
Yeah, man. And they don't. The angels, they don't back talk the Most High. They don't bulk up. They carry out every last order and command that the Lord gives out, and they have pleasure doing it. You know, and one angel has the power to destroy this whole earth. You know, during the time of what was that king of Assyria, of Assyria, Sennacherib. You know, he was about to come against us, and I don't know if it was Hezekiah, it was one of them, but you know, he sent up a prayer, you know, for the Lord to stop him. And I think the next day, when they was about to try to make their run and try to encamp around about Israel, an angel came and took out 185,000 of their men. You know? That was just one angel. So how much more when the Lord turns his men into extraterrestrials?
Hey, the scriptures say that those people among you shall be as David.
That's what I was thinking about getting it.
Yeah,
Zechariah 12 and 8.
Look at.
I got that account. What you said about the angel. 185,000.
Yep.
Can I bring it up?
Huh?
All right, this is Isaiah 37. I'm going to start at 33. Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, he shall not come into the city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before with shields, nor cast a bank against it. By the way that he came, by the same shall he return, and shall not come into the city, saith the Lord. For I will defend this city to save it from mine own sake, as for my servants David's sake. Then the angel of the Lord went forth and smote in the camp of Assyrians 104 score. 104 score and 5,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses.
Just imagine that. You think your enemies is getting ready to come hella deep, and they finna ambush you and take you out. But you wake up and you go out, you know, outside of the city a little bit, and you see them with just dead soldiers by the thousands, hundreds of thousands.
You waiting for them to come and they never come.
Yeah, you like, man, ain't they, where they at?
You know, that's their standard. Yeah. That could be one of the standards that the Lord have to protect us from martial law troops.
Yeah, they was expecting, you know, them to you know, ambush them, you know, leap over the walls, and you know, but nobody showed up because the angels made sure they didn't get that far. You know, slayed all their ass, man. All right, and that's just one account.
I don't know if you seen the new Dracula?
No.
You should watch
I
it.
just saw that Will Smith movie 2 days ago for the first time.
Okay, well, watch that movie Dracula. Yeah, the last one that came out.
Yeah.
You know, he had the power. He was basically like an angel, man.
Really?
Killing off the soldiers, man. He killed like thousands of them. Yeah. So when the Lord, he'll turn your spirit up. You can just get busy, you know, and you won't be tired.
Yeah.
I got that on Zechariah 12 and 8. In that day shall the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
You know, smallest guy, you know, he ain't really got, you know, he might have ailments, he can't hardly walk or nothing. The Lord gonna give him a new body, man. Turn the spirit up, man. He gonna be like an angel.
He that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, and the angel of the Lord before them.
Not as the Most High, but as the Allahayim. Powers. You know, which are divine entities, angels. You know, we know that angels, they're mighty. They don't get tired. They don't get weary. You know, they have perfect eye vision.
Accuracy,
minds, thoughts.
Accuracy, everything.
Accuracy. You know? Esau is trying to create that on the left hand. Artificially. You know? You better believe the Lord can put a glitch in that shit. had them motherfuckers malfunctioning.
There's already glitches in Esau's technology.
Yeah.
Esau can't create nothing that's, you know, other than the missiles that's, you know, be constructive. You know?
Shit is it always goes wrong. You know? It always goes wrong. Like a damn Tesla. Every technology he puts out, it's always something wrong. Because it's all artificial.
Yeah.
You know? When he tried to put a chip in a paraplegic to make him get up and walk, he still had to walk with a cane or some shit, man. He doesn't have his full strength.
Okay.
But when the Lord, you better believe when the Lord was healing people, that was 100%.
Yeah.
It was like they never even had that open.
And like on the account, it says they knew the man from his youth, from basically like his birth, knowing that he was, I believe he was paralyzed.
He was blind.
Blind.
Yeah, he was blind. So like it.
John 9.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, man.
That's why Job said, you are forgers of lies and physicians of no value.
Yeah.
So whatever Esau's create, on the back end, it destroys.
And you mentioned that account of Yahushua healed the blind man. Esau has technology to give, or formulate technology through a chip, obviously, to give people that are blind their eyesight.
Good.
So he thinks he's the Most High.
Well, hey, Esau got his it tells you that the dragon and his angels. Esau got his angels, the Most High got his. And it's gonna be that war. You know?
And it ain't gonna be no casualties on the side of the Lord. It's not like Esau gonna shoot a couple chariots down. And
Like it's gonna really be a war. It's really gonna be a slaughter.
God, because the scriptures say it says, "Yet durst fight." That's because the Lord is putting the spirit on them to continue to fight. He making them fight, not that they want to fight. Because once you see something like that, something as great as some chariots in the sky, anybody gonna be like, it'll mess you up. But the Lord said He's gonna put the spirit on them to have them fight.
Reminds me of Independence Day when they were trying to figure out what to do, and all Esau got really on his side, which is their most powerful weapon, is that nuke. And they one general says, "Nuke them," or snuke them. Man, that shit didn't even. And that's in the movies. So how much more when we talking about the power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai?
I got real quick. There's Wisdom of Solomon 5 at verse 5. I'll start at verse 15. It says, "But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them." And your arm or your right hand, that represents your might or your power.
Yeah.
Verse 17, it says, "He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies." That's what he's gonna turn us into, man.
Yeah.
When we get changed. How else you think we gonna go down and take down these nations and their power, man?
Yeah, they ain't just gonna give it up.
Oh yeah, what it says in Daniel, Daniel 7.
Taken by violence.
Yeah, no,
The saints
saints
shall
of the
take the
kingdom.
kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna take that kind of power to do it. You know,
The Lord says He's going to make His people battle axe and weapons of war.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. All right. Start out with the Israelites, man. 'Cause Israel means he's the prince of the Most High, man. He's prince of power, man. All right.
Want me to bring it out? This is Isaiah chapter 41. I'll start at 12. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, that they that war against thee.
Who's warring against us, man? Esau, Edom, man. And the other nations, and the 2/3 of Israelites. All right? Go ahead.
They that war against thee shall be as nothing. and as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou warm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, hey, without the Lord helping us, we're worm, man. We're weak.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the majority of our nation's in a weak state. That's why we can't. You know, we're under the curses, man. All right. So when the Lord lifts these curses and put them on other nations, we're gonna be risen to the highest estate.
Con.
All right.
Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument,
A new sharp threshing instrument, man. Okay.
having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff.
Yeah, the hills and the mountains represents the governments. All right. The Lord's people is going to make these other nations as chaff, man. All right. A sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Okay. When you have teeth, you basically grind something up. You grind it up, you know, into small, fine pieces. Man. All right. You just swallow and devour, man. You know. Read that again.
Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel.
Yep, we're going to be praising the Lord while we take down these nations and put them in captivity. We're going to be praising Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? And hey, that's what's going to happen. That's the future of Esau, you know, and you other nations. You're going to be in slavery under the Israelites, man. All right? Give me Revelation 13, 9 and 10. Now the Spirit's going into, you know, the judgment of you other nations now.
Revelation 13 and 9.
Because you got the Israelites in slavery. All right? You got the Israelites in slavery. You took us down. All right? You had us build up your cities. All right? You put your wicked ass information in these education, you know, schools and stuff to, you know, have us think like you. You know, same thing's gonna happen to you, man. But in righteousness, man. All right. Esau, you're not gonna call yourself white people or Caucasians anymore. When we get in power, you're gonna call yourself Edomites, man. Yeah. All right. All the biblical ancient names is gonna come back, man. In the new kingdom, man.
Yep.
All right. You Ishmaelites, you're gonna call yourself Ishmaelites, man. You ain't gonna call yourself Arabs, Egyptians, you know. You're gonna call yourselves by the true names that the Most High gave you, man. Your true identities. All right, and you're gonna learn your history. Okay.
It's Revelation 13 and 9. And if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites, man. All right? Saint comes from the word sanctum. Means holy. All right? Holy. We're a holy people unto the Lord, man. That's Deuteronomy 7 and 6. All right? So the saints are the Israelites. All right? So we're patiently waiting before the Lord comes back to put you other nations in slavery, man. All right? Think so, guys, huh?
Saints. This is Psalms 148 and verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Hey, even of the children of Israel. So that the saints are the Israelites. All right. You know, Esau got the pictures of his saints. You know, it's iconoclast. He basically painted over all the ancient icons of the Dark Ages where our people was ruling. You know, the Israelites was ruling. He basically painted over them, make them look white. And now, 1,000 years later, you know, you got people thinking that the saints are actually white people, man. Are actually Edomites.
The angels are little Edomite babies.
Yeah.
With wings.
You got the Sistine Chapel where it's supposed to be the hand of the Most High touching Adam, which is looking like a so-called white man. And they got the picture of the Lord's finger looking like a white man.
With a little ass rod.
Yep. So hey, that's Esau's mad, man. He's a madman. All right.
Real quick, Romans 13:6. It's like 6. It says, and he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the Most High.
That's blasphemy, man. You know what I said about the Sistine Chapel, all them iconoclasmic things you did.
Yeah.
All right. That's blasphemy.
That had even more serious effects on people are those biblical movies.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, especially Jake. Jake needs a visual, and when Esau knows that because they search and study these things. So when they see that visual, they like Moses, the prophet, Yahweh Shai. It's all Edomites.
Yeah. What's the saying go? A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Right.
It says, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwelt in heaven.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah. Blaspheme the Most High against the angels, the Lord. That's what he did when he put himself up as the Lord, as the Messiah, as the children of the Most High. He blasphemed, man. He's the only one that did that.
God, the only one.
The other nations never did that, man.
There ain't no.
They didn't cover the faces of the judges. You did.
Yeah.
You know?
I ain't never seen a Chinese Jesus.
No.
Yeah.
Right?
Never seen a Japhetic, a Pacific Islander Jesus. I've never seen a
Ishmaelite, Elamite.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll try to put give him a little tan.
Yeah.
Make him look kind of Arabic a little bit. You know, then they'll say, well, he was Middle Eastern, so that's kind of accurate. No,
He was what?
He was
Olive color.
Yeah, he's olive color.
Olive.
Olives are what, dark green and
Black. Most olive. Yeah.
Don't ever let them use that against you, man. Don't let them insult your intelligence with that shit.
Well, he didn't have a color, I thought.
Yeah.
That's what they tried to say.
Yeah, why does it matter? Motherfucker, it matters.
Jesus loves all.
Well, shit. It mattered when you came over here on them boats
Yeah.
and did what you did to the tribes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you used, nigga. You came right out of them pits and just deceived the whole planet. Made the whole world believe that the heavens, the Most High, is all in white supremacy.
Because the Renaissance era was right around when Jake was going into slavery. So those same images were the images that they were feeding to Jake, putting them in the front of the Bible. You know.
First Maccabees 3:43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people, and let us fight for our people in the sanctuary. Then was the congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle, and that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion.
Now this is going to Greeks.
Antiochus Epiphanes. It says, now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down, and aliens kept the stronghold.
And the aliens, the other nations, well, especially the Greeks, the Edomites, all right? The Idumeans, all right? The Idumean is a Greek way of saying Edom, okay? So Antiochus Epiphanes, that was an Edomite. Ptolemy Soter, Edomite, okay?
It says the heathen had their habitation in that place, and joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe with the harp ceased.
That was from real quick.
Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mizpah over against Jerusalem, for in Mizpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel.
Yep.
Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
There you go, man. So the heathen actually painted themselves as the chosen people.
The likeness of Jacob.
Yeah, that's the example of what he did in the Renaissance, man. Iconoclasm. He painted over the dark images of us that we was in power at that time. All right, took us down, and he basically painted over, making it look like himself as a so-called white man. All right. Now, 1,000 years later, a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans believe that the chosen people of the Lord are so-called white people. You know, so that's what the deception that Esau's been doing for millennia, man.
Put that in my bag.
All right. The Bible got the truth on this man, man. All right. He got his history mapped down, man, to a T. All right.
Everything he would say, everything he would do, every move that he's gonna make,
his mannerisms,
characteristics.
Yep. Got this man mapped out, man. All right. So that's why it's very important, to have the truth, and that's what we're out here telling our people the truth, man. We don't care how you feel about it, because whatever feelings you got, the so-called white man programmed you to have those feelings. Yep. All right. That's why the truth has to come through that and pierce everything, man. That's why you got to start out as a baby, man, being born again. Okay, you got something?
Yeah. It kind of related. You said you get a dream too about martial law, and that is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. What do they mean by 10 days?
It's just a completion.
I thought 7 was completion.
It is too.
7 and 10.
Yeah, it's completion.
Okay.
Complete number.
It's just a period of time, that you're gonna be, tried.
It could be 10 days, it could be longer. We don't know, but we just know that you're gonna be some men of the Lord are gonna be put into concentration camps.
That was it.
That was it.
This is Isaiah 25 and verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
Hey, all you people are in darkness, man, except the elect. All right? Esau spread out his covering cast of lies and deception on you people.
It says, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yep. The veil basically represents his lies and his deception of his perceptions that what he wants you to think about. All right, then he's all knowing that Esau wants you to think he's all knowing, that he basically got all the answers, all the scientific equations, explanations of how the world was created, about dinosaurs, about the planets, That's what he wants you to look toward him, man, as all knowing, man, as the Most High, man. All right.
Going to that word veil in the Hebrew, the word is masachak, and it basically says web, covering, veil, woven stuff, or something woven together, like a spider's web.
Yeah.
You know, they weave together that web. Well, Esau, he webbed together a bunch of lies and covered the whole planet with it, like a big ass what's them when you got a sword and shit.
A scab.
No. Those the things made of cotton that you put on.
The Band-Aids.
Swabs. Yeah. You know, he covered the whole earth with just swabs of lies, man. You know?
I think too, a veil is when those women get married and they have that thing on
Yeah.
their face and then they lift it up. I think that's a veil too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Basically a covering. I believe it was who was it? I think Walter Scott. He said, "What tangled web we weave, we practice to deceive." And that's exactly what Esau, he's done.
And what is it? He said, you mentioned that the veil covers a woman's face like a bride. And what does it cover? Your eyes. So you can't see or see the truth.
Because he's the God of this world that blinded the eyes of the people. You know? That's why they can't read this book without imagining or picturing a leprous red pedophile sitting on a throne in heaven, man. With a fagged out son with long ass hair down his back, with blue eyes and shit, man. That are people, that look just like the Lord, but thinking that he's the Most High, he's the image of their power, man.
Yeah.
He's the ruler of the darkness of this world.
That's why our people don't see this man going down anytime soon. They think that America's gonna bounce back. All right. Our people are they under a strong delusion, man.
Yep.
Nahum 3 at the top. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
Yes, the bloody city represents America, man. It's full of lies and robbery. Because how you Edomites got this place, America, man. All right, you raped, robbed, and murdered the so-called Native Americans, man, and the so-called Latino tribes, man. That's how you robbed this place, man. And you covered it with lies, man. The re-educational system, full of lies, man. All right, everything you see is a lie. All right, everything you watch the TV full of lies. Man. You saw trying to sell you some shit. Commercials. Right?
The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling wheels and the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses.
Oh, those missiles. Those missiles that the Lord's gonna shoot on this place. Alright? The glittering spirit represents the missile. Okay?
And a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nation through her whoredoms.
There you go, man. An example is Maxine, man. Alright? That's a witchcraft, man. Witchcraft, those are abominations that they in that Maxine, man. All right, they pray over these the concoction of that Maxine, man. All right, they pray over that, man. Just like they pray over your rap songs,
food that you eat.
They pray over that. So what you're ingesting in your body and what you're taking in your mind, it's all corrupt. It's all full of lies. It's all abominations, man. All right. it's all that's not pleasing to the Heavenly Father, His word, man. All right?
It says that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Hey, that American dollar, that fiat currency, man. That's another whoredom. That's another witchcraft, man. All right? That America sells to the nation. All right? Having these nations think that the fiat currency, that's true money, man. Even though it's losing its value every day, man. All right? Yeah.
Right. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
The Lord is against you, man. All right? You Babylonians, man. You Edomites, the Lord is against you.
I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I'll discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I'll show thy nakedness, and I'll show thy nations thy nakedness.
Hey, discover the skirts, man. All right? Hey, when a woman, she wears a dress and she pulls up her skirt, and you see everything, that's what the Lord is doing to this place, America, man. All right? The Lord showing how America how polluted it is. All right, showing these other nations how America is polluted, man. All right, that's basically living up to labor.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Man, this place is noisy, man. Yeah, what they said, noisy.
Yep.
the noise of the chariots.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah,
The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels.
yeah. I think that's going into the message. What you was on?
I'm at 5.
Go ahead.
It's 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I'll discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I'll show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame.
Hey, just like I seen a video earlier about I think it was like the Jamaican president or whatever. He said, well, we're gonna let America and NATO take the vaccines first and see what happens. then we might give it to our people down here in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, these other nations, they're looking at this place, especially with these vaccines, man. They not trusting that shit, man. You know, they see all the side effects of people taking that shit and what happens. All right.
And you even got since this whole shutdown, the first one, these other nations like different countries in Europe, they've been getting aid, they've been getting money, you know, they've been getting stimulus, you know, monthly. Over here in the States, these people ain't get shit in 7 months.
Yeah.
And now they just now coming up with a plan to give each American $600.
Yeah, that's like pouring a bottle of water on a forest fire, man.
Yeah.
What is somebody behind on their rent gonna do with $600?
Bro, you got certain countries in Europe getting 14, 16,
Yeah.
2,000 a month.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah.
And y'all ain't received shit since May.
They kind. And even within those countries too, they have certain bills written up to where if somebody is behind on their rent or not able to pay it up, you know, yeah, they're excused, man, or the government will cover it. That shit ain't happening here in America, man. Hey, cause what Trump said, you know, dealing with on the news with people that's are getting evicted, that wasn't actually a bill. That's just something that he said. You know, they didn't write that up into legislation.
So America is not, you know, it's not full of streets paved with gold, and you know, it's not a good smelling place. You know, this place is polluted.
It's
You know,
it's hell for the Israelites, or the hopeful elect at least.
you know, it's polluted. Go ahead.
And this is 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I'll discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I'll show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame, and I'll cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
Yeah, hey, America's that golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. full of abominations. All right, the LGBT, the black women empowerment, all that madness. All right, adultery is running rampant, pollution is running rampant. All right, you got freaking chemtrails in the skies, man, dropping harmful chemicals, aluminum. All right, different kind of metals that tear up your immune system. You know, what else? What else is abominable, man? Water is abominable. Esau, he's trying to trade water now, man. He's trying to trade water on the Wall Street, man. All right.
Fuck.
So this place is madness, man.
You got air tax.
Yeah, air tax.
Yeah.
With the smog tax and stuff like that. You know. What else you got, man?
Defilement of the minds of the people, GMOs, niggas.
It's so many in the name, man. But this whole place is full of polluted, man. Pollution and lies, man. All right. It's built on top of the blood of the Gadites, man. The bones of the Gadites. You know.
It's coming from the book of Habakkuk. Oh, you were going to say numbers?
Yeah, I was saying that, but get what you. Yep.
It's Habakkuk 2, 12. It's Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
Yeah, woe to him that builds a town with blood and establish a city with iniquity, by iniquity. And that's how this place was established, man. All right? He basically said, I'm gonna give you some treaties or whatever, you know, and broke every last one of those treaties, man. You know, hey, that's Esau's MO, man. You know, his mouth was smoother than butter, man, but war is in his heart. All right, if our people would have knew that, they would have basically killed this man. All right. It's a lot of women that in Gad that the Gadite men look up to these women. Man. I forgot what you call them, queen mothers or some shit. You know, the mothers of the tribes and shit.
That's the matriarch, right?
Yeah, matriarch.
It's Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Yep. So that's how that equation is gonna be closed out. So Esau spared our blood on the soil. His blood gotta be spilled. All right. That's ultimate justice. All right. That's the justice that the Lord put out. Man. All right. So. You Edomites and you other nations, you have to go into slavery to Israelites. All right?
Yeah, that's what you call real reparations. You know, Jake wants a big ass check, and then where everything could be cool and we can erase, our history. No, that's not true reparations. East Jake becoming a millionaire overnight, that's not real reparation. All right? True reparations is basically everything that was done to you and the damages that it caused, that the nation that inflicted that, they gotta suffer the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta pay back in those damages, man. You know,
yeah, that's even. That's balance.
That makes it even.
That's balance right there.
That's justice. Okay. You ain't gonna just give us a check and then we just gonna be like, all right, we cool now. We friends now. We all right.
Yeah.
That check is gonna make Esau richer, man.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go back into Esau's pockets.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Dave Chappelle did the skit. Jake got reparations. What niggas do? Made a whole bunch of